Hello, hey y'all, hey everybody. How are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are doing well. So welcome, come on in, get comfy, make yourself at home, kick your shoes off, get something to drink, just hang out with me for a little bit. I do have some things I want to share with y'all today that I made this week. And I was going to split it up in 2 different videos, but we'll see how it goes. It is late Sunday afternoon, going about 4 o'clock. My parents just left, little man and my youngest daughter just left, and I just put persimmon bread in the oven. While all of that is baking, I still got my apron on. I said, let me come and do a video, because if I don't do it now, it's not going to get done this week. But some things, if y'all see my Instagram, y'all probably already know what this is going to be about. But so I did make some wearables this week. I have a market Saturday. And I know it's the biggest market for me. And it's a fall festival. I do really well at this market, or I have the past 2 years. I think this will be my 3rd year. This year, Poppy's workshop is going to be set up next to me. So, and my oldest daughter decides, asked to be off work, so we're going to have her help. I still got to finish pricing all of my things I have in my sewing room, all my plushies, all that good stuff. In between little man napping or in the afternoons after he goes home. But like I said, yesterday, I didn't do it yesterday because I wanted to crochet some things for the market. And today, like I said, my parents came over, and I always enjoy visiting with family. If I get a chance to spend time with family, that's what I'll choose over YouTube and crochet. It's just family's precious, and time with family means a lot to me, and that's what I chose. But like I said, I got persimmon bread in the oven. Once it's done, hopefully I don't burn it. Once it's done, I told my daughter, I said, I'll bring you some. We went out to my mom and dad's, little man and I went out to my mom and dad's this week, and his persimmon tree is so full of persimmons. We don't have apples here in the southern coastal Mississippi area, but we do have fall persimmons, and they are so good and so sweet. So I'll make persimmon bread with it, and I will just use a banana nut bread recipe. Instead of adding bananas, I add the persimmon pulp. But let's go ahead and get started. If you saw my Instagram, I know I probably already said that twice. Let's go ahead and get started. On my Instagram, I finished a shawl. I'm going to show that to y'all. I thought I brought a bag out with me. I'm also working on another car project, and I thought I brought it out, but I did not. Where's my shawl at? Y'all? Oh, here it is. So I enjoy watching Elise Rose crochet. When I first started doing amigurumi, I would Google amigurumi crochet, cute crochet amigurumis, and she was La Petite something. But she's recently changed her channel. I hope there's not a glare on my glasses. And I don't have my mic on, so I'll probably have to bump up the volume in editing, because then I have to go back to the house and get my mic. I've got stuff strode from here to yonder to everywhere. But it's market season, it's market prep. Y'all know how that goes if you do market. It's like, crazy time of year. But y'all, I enjoy it. I enjoy taking the things that I crochet and sharing it with others that enjoy seeing what I make. And I enjoy it. I say it's crazy and it's hectic, but I do enjoy it. But as I told you in my other video, I pick and choose what I want to do. I'm getting sidetracked. I warn y'all, it is like going on 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Y'all know how I start getting more scatterbrained than normal. But here I am talking with y'all. And I enjoy and I appreciate y'all being here. I really, really do. I do have new subscribers. Thank y'all for being here. And the ones that have stuck with me through this crochet journey, you are just awesome. Y'all keep coming back. Thank you. So I finished this after I did my video last week, and I actually wore it to church last week. This is a shawl that I made. And back to I was watching Lisa Rose Crochet, and she showed some things, like it was the Little House on the Prairie, the Ma shawl. Well, I bought the pattern, and I ordered the yarn that it said to use for that shawl. And it was 5 skeins of this Lions brand blue jean yarn. I love this yarn, y'all. It's a 4-weight worsted yarn. 4-weight worsted yarn, but it's a lot like, almost, I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. It has a really cotton feel to it, but it stretches. I really like it. I wouldn't use it for amigurumi because it's twist and it has a tendency to split if you're trying to get tight crochet hook, trying to do tight stitches. Anyway, I bought this. The yarn came in, and I was going to do the Little House on the Prairie Ma shawl. I bought the pattern, but for some reason I could not wrap my head around the instructions for that pattern. And I know it's me because I have a hard time with reading instructions. I'm a visual learner, so reading's not hard for me, but directions sometimes are. It's just the way my brain is wired. And I know I'm not the only one out there, but I think I'll pick it back up again. But I've been using this yarn, so probably about a skein and a little over a skein. I used a different I'm getting sidetracked. Let me find a YouTube tutorial because I was having a hard time with the written pattern, and I came across the Vintage Shawl by Ophelia Talks. It was supposed to be like a Outlander shawl, Outlander inspired shawl. So that's what I started working on. That's what this is. But I noticed that in the back, the V was getting very long in the back, and I didn't want it to be that long because I didn't want to have to sit on it. I'll see if I can move back. So let's see if you can see right here. So I decided just to stop, and I didn't want it that long. But I took it to church, wore it to church last Sunday. Make sure I'm looking right. Last Sunday, it was a bit chilly, and it did really well. I have not blocked it. I'm not sure if I'm going to block it or not. It would probably stretch those fibers out a little bit, make it a little bit longer. But I probably can block it where it make these little wings longer. But I like it. It works out really good. Really love that yarn, y'all. This Lion brand blue jean yarn worked out really good. So I bought 5 skeins to do the Little House on the Prairie moss shawl. And so I had a lot left over. You can do it like this. And it's starting to get cool here. It's not cold yet, it's cool. The mornings are low 70s, but then it warms back up to the 80s, high 80s, mid-high 80s. But like I said, I had more of that yarn left over. I really like this yarn. I like the way it feels. I will order more to make garments with. I really like this shawl. So I wanted to make a MJ's Off the Hook. She has a sweater that ties, right? But I wasn't sure if I would have enough of skeins to do that sweater. So I was looking for a little vest, and I made a vest that ties in the front. This was also a YouTube tutorial. It is, okay, did I tell y'all who? Let me finish talking about this shawl. Oh my goodness. So this is the Vintage Shawl by Ophelia Talks. It's a online YouTube tutorial. I used a 9mm hook, and I believe it took me 2 skeins of that Lions brand blue jean yarn, and this is the color Vintage. I love this color too. It's kind of a grayish color with some blue. It's really pretty. All right, I think I told y'all all. If y'all have any questions, just message me because I forget stuff. And then with that same, I have to take this off. It's starting to get warm in here. With the same yarn, the Blue Jeans Lion brand yarn, I did that vest that ties in the front. Y'all, my mama made me this apron. It's so cute. And it's reversible. All right. So the vest that ties in the front, it is by Viv Crochets. And this is a YouTube tutorial. Really good tutorial. She does a great job explaining it. And this is with a 6mm hook. And I believe this is what you call a basket weave stitch, if I'm not mistaken. I do think I need to block the vest because it's a little tight. Also, I've been eating persimmon bread, so there's a little bit more in the middle than normal. And so you can adjust it. I was crocheting it, so these projects have been real easy for me just to grab and go. When I keep my grandson during the week, I will put it in a bag and I'll sit on the couch while he plays, or we will go outside and I can pick the bag up and take it with me and sit outside and work on it. So it's not something I have to worry if I have stuffing or if I have safety eyes. I know I got a market coming up Saturday, but it is what it is. It's all good, y'all. So this is the little vest. I don't know if y'all can see. So I think I will need to block it to get some more stretch out of it. But I cannot see. Yeah, I feel like I'm botching this video up. And my dress, this is the dress that I made. I've shown y'all that before. Let's do this. I like it. I think it's cute. So I do think I need to block it, stretch it out a little bit. Or maybe I can just wear it like this. Maybe I can just wear it like this. I think it's cute. But when I was working on it, I would like, you crochet it to fit you, and I was sitting and I was trying to see, is this going to be long enough? I was doing it while I was sitting. But she does a really good job on the video. Viv Crochets YouTube tutorial. Great. I'm not sure if I would make some more. I think I would probably just wear this one. I'm not sure if I want one in another color. I think this will look cute with skirts. Well, I have a skirt on. I think it would look cute with this. But like I said, I think I'm going to block it. And I think it'll give me a little bit better fit. Especially during persimmon bread season for sure. But then I was going back through all the wearables that I made. And the first wearable, I mean, I've made shawls and beanies, but the first wearable I made was this Granny Pop pullover cardigan. And I did this back when we were doing a crochet along with, make sure I'm centered, doing a crochet along. I wrote all this stuff down. This is the Fall in Love. It was the Fall in Love cowl. So back, how many years ago was it, guys? Last year? Year before last? It was a crochet along with Craftably Ever After, Kay's Mom Crochet, Strawberry Bonnie, and Caroline from the Love of Crochet. And we invited other crocheters to join us as to fall in love with something new. Something, whether it was a new yarn, new pattern, something you've never done before, and I've never done a wearable. And I did this Granny Pop cardigan, pullover cardigan, and I'll post some pictures in here, and I'll attach that video when I first showed y'all my cardigan. And this was an easy make. Loved it. I was so proud of myself. It's the first wearable that I ever made. I messed up on the thing, the sides here, because I did something wrong on the sides. I'll stand up. But I still like it. So this right here, I did something different. I think maybe I didn't skip a stitch or on this. But anyway, it still works out fine. I can put like a little pin here and wear it. So this was my first wearable I've ever done. It was a Granny Pop cardigan. I bought the pattern, but I did her YouTube tutorial. You have to really pay attention to her tutorials. She has a tendency to go fast, and she doesn't explain every stitch that she does, but you can watch. You have to slow down and watch how she does, where she puts the stitches. So this was my first wearable that I did during the Fall in Love Crochet Along, and I love it. I still wear it. I've got so many compliments on it, crooked and all. But it's handmade, and that's what makes handmade special. And then last year I did the Granny Pop pullover. I've got a bunch of yarn from Hobby Lobby, and that was clearance. And then I was short yarn, and I'll put that video in here also, or in here down in the description below. But I also did this Granny Pop cardigan, Granny Pop pullover. I love this sweater too. So cute. Y'all seen that before. So this was my second wearable that was not a hat or a scarf. And this was made with, I love this, no, some yarn from Hobby Lobby. It'll all be in that video below. So right now I am working on a hexie cardigan. Yes. I like to have something in a bag where I can just pull it, just grab it and go. Whether I'm outside with my little grandson or we are traveling, running, doing errands, I like to have that. And so I'm like, well, I know how to make a hexagon. So I had this yarn that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's that Premier worsted weight yarn from Dollar Tree. And it was that big old skein. Big old skein. Let's see, I think I have. No, I don't. It's almost like the Karen 1 pound yarn. So I pulled that out, and I was like, let me see if I can get a hexie cardigan out of this. If I run out of yarn, it shouldn't be very hard to match up. So right now, where I'm at on my hexie cardigan, it's going to be all one color, white, is I have one sleeve done. And I'm working on the second piece. So I just started that last night. And it works out really well. You know, you're doing your granny hexie cardigan. It's those granny stitches, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then in your corners, 3 double crochets, chain 2, then 3 double crochets, and that, yeah. I'm very visual, so I have to see it in my head while I'm telling you. So that's what I'm working on now. Will I ever finish? I don't know. But it's really great. Like I said, if you're watching YouTube or if you're watching a movie, I really enjoyed watching these older movies. That's older for me, like from the 70s. They're just different. I love watching seeing the vehicles that are in there and just the music that they play in the background. It's just very nostalgic to me. Speaking of nostalgic, I found a YouTube channel, and I'll share her link down below. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but she goes through vintage like crochet magazines and shares them with you, the styles from like the 60s and 70s. Y'all are going to love her channel. I'm going to put it down below because if you're like nostalgic like I am about everything 70s and That's when I was a child in the 70s, teenagers in the 80s. Best decade ever, right? Hair bands, just, yeah, rock on, right? I mean, we had great bands back then. I know every generation thinks their era was the best, but you can't beat the 80s and growing up in the 70s. That world does not exist anymore for our kids and grandkids, but it was amazing. Now, I really love the channel. I'll share that with y'all. I did do some makes for my market. Y'all see my Instagram. Y'all know what I'm going to show y'all. So Saturday, I didn't have little man. I had free time on my hand. I was going to do a video with y'all, but my hair was a mess. It's a mess today. My hair needed washing, and I'm like, I'm not going to talk to y'all looking like this. I need to do better for y'all. Not much better today, but I'm trying. I got the Oak and Marlow's chicken pattern. I think this is Millie. I'm not sure, but it comes with the modifications for a duck. So you can do a regular duck, you can do a mallard duck, you can do a chicken. Y'all, these are so stinking cute. So I worked on these yesterday. The first one I made, I did with embroidery eyes. Y'all, look at this baby. He is so stinking cute. Can y'all see? I'm probably going to have to change this out of cinematic mode so y'all can see, because I don't think you can see. I can't see anyway if it's clear or not because my eyes are blurry. My glasses, y'all. That's another story. Hold on. Okay, so I got you off of cinematic mode. I usually don't use that mode. But anyway, y'all look at this baby. He is so cute. So this is the chicken. It's a new pattern from Oak and Marlow. So stinking cute. Now, its tail, I didn't follow the pattern on the tail. This is the tail that I've learned how to do from Rose and Lily years ago. It's just some chains, slip stitch, chain, slip stitch. And I thought it was cute. Y'all, this is Bernat Blanket yarn. I used a 6mm hook. This is some of that fur yarn that I got at Michael's last year doing the squirrel tail from Stacy Makes. And for the wings, I used some of that little baby pipsqueak yarn. Paired it with the, is it pearl, denim pearl. One of the new yarns from Michael's. It's a little bit thinner than Bernat Blanket yarn and a little bit thinner than Parfait Chunky. So I doubled it up, not doubled it up. I used it with, paired it with, I held a strand of that with the, I'll post a picture of that yarn up here because I can't think of it right now, with that, I think it's called pipsqueak yarn for the feathers. He is so cute. He's a little rocking chick. And I did embroidery eyes. He's just got this quirky rocker look. And this is some of that old yellow greenish Bernat Blanket yarn. It's very thick, but it wasn't hard to work with. I did not stuff the legs. It says to stuff the legs, but I did not stuff the legs. The feet, I really love the way that she designed the feet, but when you do it, you got to really pay attention to where your stitches are. If you're first doing it, you may want to get some stitch markers and mark the stitch, because you work on the back stitch, the back stitch, and the front and back. Anyway, I don't want to give the pattern away, but you may need some stitch markers so you can see your stitches. But they turned out really cute. Really, really cute. Once you get the feet down pat, you can make it up in no time. He's so cute. I love his little rocking hairstyle. So I did one with embroidery eyes, and I did try to do some face shaping with embroidery eyes, which is a challenge for me, but I did. And then I did this little sweetie. Look how cute. And instead of using Bernat Blanket for his little comb, I used the Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick, because that's what I had on my table from making chicks, and I thought it looked really cute. Once again, this is Bernat Blanket yarn. 6.5mm crochet hook. I got a tulip that's 6.5. It's a metal hook. I really enjoy working with that. Little tail feathers, This is that old kind of greenish yellow Bernette blanket I used for the feet. Used it for the beak, and I did give him the safety eyes. I tried to glue, when I put the safety eyes, put some glue on it, and then put the backs on, and just so they don't come out. I still recommend safe embroidery eyes for children's 3 and under. So here's another one I did, and I did a chicken in overalls. So if you have the bear or the bunny that has overalls from Oak and Marlow, one of the bunny patterns, you can adapt that to, she gives you in the pattern how to adapt it to make him have overalls. If you're following, I think it's Beth Bunny that has the overalls. All of her little animals like this, she has a Fable collection, Woodland collection. I've done so many. I think Robin from Knotting Hook Crochet, she got her most recent puppy, bunny, and cat bundle. I'm looking at that. I'll probably end up getting that too, because the cat bunny, I had her original cat bunny, and the ears are different than the way that she has the updated one. So I'll probably end up getting that one too. But y'all, look how stinking cute. A little chicken in overalls. Looks like Chicken Little. The sky's falling, and I gave him a little tail. I just did the chain slip stitch for its tail. Let me show y'all the other one. It's a little mallard duck. Also in the pattern, she gives you a modification on where to do the color change for the duck. And I thought he was so cute. I'm ready to give him some little sprigs of hair up here. I don't know. I think he's cute. I didn't give him a tail. I don't know. Y'all think he needs a tail? Y'all think? Isn't he so cute? So once again, Bernette blanket yarn, 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'm going to go check on my persimmon bread. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think it's about done. The last batch that I did, it said to leave in there for about an hour. And I took it out exactly an hour, and the middle was still kind of smushy. So this time I did the toothpick test. Looked pretty good. It's not burnt. Yay! So I just turned everything off. I'll go take it out, completely out in a minute. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oak and Marlow's, I think it's the Millie Chick. I'm not really sure. I don't have my iPad out here to reference back to. But I love this pattern. It is so stinking cute. So these will be going in my market Saturday. At some point I got to stop making and start pricing. I don't have a whole lot of like one items, but I do have a whole lot of loveys. I did make another Nibbles the Country Mouse. The yarn I have sitting on the table. This is once again from Robin the Knotting Hook Crochet. This pattern. Well, y'all look at this one. She's all pink. And I did pink eyes, which looks kind of weird, and I did a safety nose. I put her in pink overalls. I'm sure there is a kid out there that's gonna love her. She's not my favorite. I love the pattern, but the pink eyes not so much, but she'll be cute. She'll be cute. I worked on that. So I think that's all I worked on this week, y'all. Like I said, I've got to stop and market prep, put labels on everything, and I'll be done. So I think I'm gonna set them up like this. And I've got my tables. I'm using a 6-foot and 2 4-foot, and I have a peg board that my husband made me for my loveys, and I have a fold-out shelf that's usually right here in my videos. I have my crates over here gone that I'm going to use on my table. It's that time of year. I so appreciate y'all hanging out with me so much. I'm so glad I got a chance to stop and chat with y'all and share all the things with y'all. I enjoy seeing what y'all make also. The air's on. Sorry about that. I hope y'all hear what I said, because I forgot to turn the air on when I left and forgot to turn it off. It is getting a little bit warm this afternoon. Got the afternoon sun coming in. But y'all take care. Y'all have a great week, and just let me know what y'all are up to. And are y'all baking? Let me know if you're baking. If you're doing any fall baking. Thanksgiving's coming around the corner. I think we're going to do Thanksgiving here at Mimi and Poppy's. That'll be fun. I'm going to let y'all go, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.